Hello! Today I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. A few weeks ago I posted on Twitter and asked what people wanted to see from me. I said, do you want to see a 24-hour readathon, a 12-hour reading vlog, a session where it's like a read with me, where we just read the book together, or none of them and something else entirely. And 24-hour readathon won, which I wasn't really prepared for, and I should have thought about it before I put it up. But it won, so I'm going to do it. But while I'm on the subject, 20% of the votes was for the none of them. And I did say, leave a comment down below, let me know what you want if you don't want any of these. And there were no extra comments, so I just assumed that people was like, don't do any, just none, quit your channel, go, bye. So thanks for that. But 24-hour readathon won, and to be fair, as much as I don't want to do this, I'm glad because I do need to get through some books. So the books this time I'm going to be reading are The Pale Horse by Agatha Christie, which I have started, but I got like 12 pages in. I started it yesterday, but it was a very busy, crappy day yesterday, so I wasn't really in the mood for reading. But I do need to get books done soon. The second book is The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold, and the third book is Judge and Jury by James Patterson, which is the chunkiest of all of the books. But it's not actually as big as I expected it to be. It's nearly 400 pages. Lovely Bones is over 300. Pale Horse is about 200. So it's about 900 pages in total. But the rules for this 24-hour readathon are going to be different to the ones I have done before. Work for me is actually quite busy at the moment. My life is also a little bit hectic. I have different things going on. So, I can't commit to staying awake for 24 full hours because I always end up getting a bit ill after them. I always end up messing up my sleep pattern, and with the way things are, I just can't commit to doing that right now. So I'm going to do it in a bit of a cheaty way. I'm going to do 12 hours today, 12 hours tomorrow, and I'm going to do it that way. And hopefully people can forgive that, but I just really can't commit to messing up a sleep pattern right now and getting myself ill because work is at its busiest peak because we're ending off a project, starting a new project, so I really need to be on my game for that. And I have some birthdays coming up for family. I need to go and visit some family. I've got a lot of jobs I need to do, so full 24 hours messing everything up, making myself quite ill is out of the question a little bit. But I'm going to be doing this. I think I'm going to start with The Pale Horse because I did get into it. It's the shortest of the books, and I think I could finish this today. I think in 12 hours I could finish this if I really push myself. So I'm going to start with it. My goal for this 24 hours is to finish this today and get halfway through each of these. I would like to finish all of them, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. But my goal is to finish this one 100% by the end of the day. So, let's get started. It's almost 10 o'clock, so I'm going to start at 10 o'clock and then we'll go through to 10 p.m. I do have to do a bit of work today, I have to do some other things, but you're coming along for the ride, so it's all fun. So let's just start at 10. I will see you guys at 10. Okay, it is 10 o'clock. I am going to start reading The Pale Horse. I'm on page 12. I do have a goal. I've set myself a goal. A chapter ends, chapter 4 ends on page 50. So I'm going to get to page 50 and then I'm going to get up, get ready, and then I can have a nice little wash using all of my Lush products that Robbie sent me because he is precious. And I think that'd be really lovely to get nice, washed, dressed, ready for the day. I may have forgotten to buy milk, which means I won't be able to have breakfast. Oh no, I did buy milk. Yay! Maybe I'll have toast. You're putting off reading, Connor. Get. Right. Reading to page 50. We'll take it from there. I don't really know how I feel about these covers. This is just a random side note, but But a character's just appeared in this called Ariadne Oliver. Now, I haven't read any Agatha Christie's. I think I've read And Then There Were None, and that's literally it. But I do have a collection of Poirot books, which is 3 random books, but each of them feature Ariadne Oliver. It's the complete Ariadne Oliver Volume 1, which is weird. Just random side note. It's the fact that this character kind of transcends the real word? I don't know. I'm using it as a real word. It transcends book series. Like, this is a standalone book, and the idea of a character from a standalone book appearing in another series is actually very strange. It's like a little in-joke. I like it. I don't know Ariadne Oliver. Don't know who she is. Might not like her. But the fact that she appears, I find that quite amusing. I did it. I'm the killer. So my thoughts right now, I've hit page 50 of The Pale Horse, and it's okay. I'm not too into it. I do feel as though perhaps that's my own fault as opposed to the writing. I'm just not into reading right now. So I'm going to take a break from now and move on to Judge and Jury, because it's a thriller, it's James Patterson. I feel like if I read that, I'll get into more of the flow, and then I can carry on with The Pale Horse a bit later. But The Pale Horse is 200 pages, so if I'm at page 50 now, it means I'm technically a quarter of the way in, which is really good. So I've just had a proper brain fart moment. I came downstairs and I thought, right, I'm going to do some filming, so I'll spray the air freshener so that it all smells lovely and makes people feel happy. And then remember that you guys can't smell it. That's just a perfect representation of my life. Also, I just realised that I never actually told you anything about these books, so mainly because I didn't know. I googled what The Pale Horse was about, because the way those books are, they have no like blurb, no plot, nothing on them, so it was very weird. So I ended up googling what that's about, and a woman dies, but before she dies, she gives I can't remember if it was a priest or a vicar or a reverend. She gives a religious man who gives her last rites. She gives him a list of names, and then that priest is murdered. And on his body, they find the list of names, and it's about a character who starts looking at these names, and where they originally seemed unrelated, he starts piecing together little connections between these people and finds out that everybody whose name is on that list is either dead or he believes they are marked for murder. And that's why I know about it so far. I'm only 50 pages in, so I don't really know much. The woman and the priest are dead. We know this list of names, and our main character is the godson of one of the people on the list. But the person, like the godmother of our main character, was on the list, and she's died of, I think it was a brain tumour. So it wasn't like a murder, that was like a natural cause thing, so that was quite interesting. Unless it was a murder made to look like a brain tumour, I don't know. I don't know how murders work. I'll just read it and see. So, no theories up to now. I don't know anything. I'm really struggling to get into it. But I think just because I haven't read a thriller in like the last 3 or 4 books I've read. I don't even know what the last... Like, I know I read a contemporary YA romance, and then I think... I'm not even going to try because I have absolutely no idea what I've just read. But I think the last thriller I read was You've Been Warned by James Patterson, and that wasn't thrillery as I expected it to be. That was more of a supernatural sci-fi thing, which I really liked, but it wasn't the thriller I was interested in. So because I've not read a thriller in a while, I'm going to go with Judge and Jury. I don't know what it's about. I've never read this before, never picked it up. It's just one of those. I picked it up because it was James Patterson, and then I was like, I don't really want to read it. Like, I've never even checked it out. I don't know what it's about. So we're going to find out what it's about together. It's the trial of the decade. The judge is terrified of the defendant. So is the jury. The verdict? Run for your life. Dun dun dun. Andy DeGrasse, aspiring actress and single mother, does not want to do jury service. But despite her attempts to get dismissed, she still ends up as juror number 11 in a landmark trial against notorious mafia don Dominic Cavello. Cavello, aka the electrician, is linked to hundreds of unspeakable crimes, and his power knows no bounds. But senior FBI agent Nick Palisante has been tracking him for years, and a conviction is a sure thing. As the jury reaches its verdict, the electrician makes a devastating move. The entire nation is reeling, and Andy's world is shattered. The hunt for Cavello just got personal, and she and Palisante join together, determined to exact justice at any cost. Ooh, that sounds exciting. So I'm going to read this. So I've come out for a walk. I don't really know where I'm walking to, but me and Brooke have decided to go on walks every day. Like, even though we're in other countries, we're going on a walk at the same time every day, and it'll be quite nice. So I brought my book. I don't know where I'm going, but I know that we have a golf course just up here.
Hello.
So I might go find a spot on the golf course and sit down and read for half an hour.
Wow, doggo. He's come sat with me. I feel honoured. Hello, doggo.
I'll go for a walk, sit down and read, and then
oh my God, it's a
continue walking.
Hello.
I should have brought my tripod and got some aesthetically pleasing videos of me reading. Damn it. Oh well, you'll just have to deal with it like this. I'm sure you enjoy me being out in nature. It's fun. Oh my God, there's a bee. Oh, there's a bee. You can't see the bee, but there's a bee. Don't you pollinate near me, you bastards. So I've been asked to do a roly-poly down a hill. It's the last thing I want to do, but I also kind of want to because I think it'd be really funny footage. So, doing a roly-poly down a hill, and I don't have my tripod, so I can't just leave you at the bottom so you can see me, so you've got to come along for the ride. So I don't know how to do this. Like this, and then roll. Great, wow, oh my God. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. God. Okay, I might have just fallen. Okay, now I'm really dizzy and I'm going home. I think it's time. So I've just got back from my walk. Didn't read as much as I wanted to, but I read more than I expected to, considering I was going for a walk. So I'm home. I've got changed because I was going to say because it's warm, but I'm still wearing a long sleeve jumper. But I just rolling down that hill. Surprisingly wet, despite the fact that it hasn't rained here for like 3 days. So I decided to come home, get changed. I can now read. I'm currently on page 70, and it's 5 to 2. I've been reading for nearly 4 hours, and I've read 70 pages of this, which is actually not that bad, and like 40 pages of the Agatha Christie one, so that's 110 pages in 4 hours. It's a little bad, isn't it? I have 900 to get through. But it's fine. It is fine. I like this. I'm going to read this. I couldn't really read whilst I was out, so I'm on it. I am on it. So I've made a deal with myself. I'm currently on page 114 of Judge and Jury, but I'm a bit like, the idea of reading is just killing me now. And I think that's because I've been outside. I don't go outside often, so when I do, I get really tired after that. But I've made a deal with myself. For every 25 pages, that's it. I couldn't decide if it was 25 or 50, but it's for every 25 pages I read, I am going to listen to... Can you see? I don't know what you can... I've got Spotify on my TV. So for every 25 pages I read, I can listen to a song and have a sing-song. Because it's on my favourite playlist, which is musicals. So I'll be having a musical sing-song. And then I read another 25 pages, have another sing-song. And that'll be like a fun little motivation thing for me to keep going. I did say I want to finish The Pale Horse and get halfway through this and halfway through The Lovely Bones. I've since revised that. I don't want to commit to saying I want to finish this, this, and this. I'm going to say I want to finish one book and then get halfway through the other two. I'm not going to say which book which because I don't know if I can commit to that. Really, I am 114. I know halfway through this book is 217. So I'm over a quarter of the way through this. So I could read a bit of this today. If I really put myself to it, I think I could finish this today, but I don't want to force myself too much because I really feel as though that will force a slump on. So I'm going to get to halfway of this, switch to The Pale Horse and get to page 100. And then hopefully that won't be too late and I can do The Lovely Bones. I'm also video chatting with my Lovely Bone Stick friends tonight. That probably sounds weird to anyone that doesn't know us. The Bone Stick group, it's a group of booktubers and one non-booktuber, but she's in the Bookstagram community and the Book Twitter community. She's a very good friend. And we basically just have our own little group. We love each other and we have a weekly video call. Nothing's ever set in stone, so I don't really like calling it a weekly video call. But we've set up a video call for tonight, so that'll be lovely. I'll insert some little funny videos in there at some point. So I'm hoping to get halfway through this and halfway through Pale Horse. That's what my goal for today is, and to start The Lovely Bones. I hope I can do it. So I know I said I weren't going to give spoilers for this book, and I'm not. But something really sad's just happened, and it's knocked me a bit. I'm kind of thinking now is a good time to stop because I'm really upset. But I'm on page 160. And I think if I can carry on for 15 pages, I'll be due a break anyway. And I think I might just have a longer of a break then to deal with that. I know I cry at everything, but this is genuinely heartbreaking. Yeah. So, tinsy little bit of an update. I made it to page 225 of this, which is over halfway, because halfway was 217. So I'm going to leave it there for a bit now. I have read a little bit more of The Pale Horse, which is good. I'm on page 69. So, yeah, 69. So I'm going to have my video call with my Bone Stick friends, and then I'll do some more reading tonight, because I do want to get at least to page 100 of The Pale Horse, because that way I'm halfway through 2 books, which means all I have to do is get halfway through The Lovely Bones tomorrow and then finish one of the books. That's 150 pages of The Lovely Bones, and then finish one of those other 2, which will be my goal met, and I'll be very happy with that. So yay, that'll be alright, won't it? So I'm going to go on my Bone Sticks chat. I'm just setting it up now, ready to chat to them. And I will catch you guys later. You're in my vlog.
Oh, hi. Hi. That's me. Robbie's like, no one's using me for clout. Get lost. Walk towards.
miss herself?
Tell us the direction, like what picket post? Oh, and then you're there.
Okay, is the picket post a club?
Morning, guys. Say morning, it's afternoon now. I spent all morning editing my Clockwork Angel reading vlog because that's going up today. And I also, while I was doing that, I don't know why I'm holding this up, I read X, which is a short story that I had as an ebook, so I didn't film any of that. It was okay. I read it, finished it, gave it 3 stars. I did just think it was it was fine. Obviously with the short story you don't expect a masterpiece, but I expected like the good piece of writing that makes you fall in love with the character even though it's only 30 pages long, and we didn't get that. It was fine, it was just okay. It was so moving on. I am going to be reading and hopefully finishing this today. I think it's going to be easy to finish, really. Like, I'm just over halfway, so maybe that's being a bit cocky, but I do think I can do it. My goal was to get halfway through Lovely Bones as well as the Pale Horse, and I'm not halfway through the Pale Horse yet, and I've not started Lovely Bones yet. I have not actually done much in terms of filming footage or keeping you updated. It is now 8:30 in the evening. I think the last clip is literally me saying good morning. So yeah, didn't do much. I did some work. I edited my video, tried to export it, and that didn't work, so I had to re-export it. I went to visit my nan, and then I come home and read. And honestly, I'm quite proud of what I've done today. I read the book X, which was not on the original plan, but it was 30 pages. I was doing it as a buddy read. That fell through. So I decided to just get it out of the way, read it, get a short book done, and then that's it. It's done and dusted. It was only 30 pages, so it was something simple and easy, and it was fine. Gave it a 3 star. It was only okay. But I read that and I was quite proud. Then I continued on with this. I got just over halfway last night, and I was hoping to finish this today, and I did. I finished it. It is 435 pages long, and I got, I think, to 225. So I did quite well with this. I did 210 pages today, and I'm very, very proud of myself. So that is another book done. Right now, I have moved on to the Pale Horse because I wanted to get to page 100 because that would be halfway tomorrow by last night, but I didn't. I got to page 70 because my video call went on till 4 a.m. and I didn't really want to read at 4 a.m. so I did this then, and I'm reading it now. I'm going to continue it now. I was meant to read The Lovely Bones at some point this weekend, and I didn't, not even started. It's done. It's gone. So I'm going to read this, hopefully get to 150, I think I tried saying, and then I'll be fine with that, just because it's getting on now. I think 150 for this, and I'm currently on page 80. I think that's reasonable, because that's another 70 pages. It's not bad. My video is still uploading, and I'm stressing out because it's getting late. Like, I literally left it exporting when I went to my nan's, and I came home, found out it had exported and turned itself into a file, because that helps. So I'm now quickly uploading the re-exported version, and I'm reading at the same time. I'm not really that interested in this. I don't know what the issue is. I think I made the mistake. Well, I know I made that mistake. I made the mistake that everyone always says don't do when it comes to Agatha Christie. I read and then there were none first, and it's the only Agatha Christie book I've ever read. This one just doesn't match up. I don't fully understand the point. Like, people are dying, because that's what happens. There's a list with people's names on it. The people whose name is on the list are dying, and this man's trying to figure it out. But it's called The Pale Horse, and the story is about this thing called the Pale Horse. We've been told the Pale Horse is the name of an old inn or pub, and that's really all I know. Like, I know I'm still early in, but it's only 200 pages. So when I get to page 100, I'm halfway through and I don't really know what the Pale Horse is. I know it's the name of a pub, but I don't know what its significance is to this. And I'm not really liking it. Like, I'm not disliking it, I'm just finding it boring. So at the moment it's a 2.5, maximum 3 stars for me right now. Which is quite sad because I really do want to love Agatha Christie. I just, at the moment, I'm just not. And I think it is because I read And Then There Were None first. I think if I go in and read like a Poirot or a Marple or something like that, I will love it. But because this is a standalone and it's not And Then There Were None, I don't like it as much. So, sorry that I haven't actually updated you much today. Hopefully that is a bit of an indication of how I've done. And I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to do a bit of filming, so I will have something to put up. I just hope I can get to page 150 of this, because then I'll only have 50 pages to read tomorrow, which would be great. And then I can read The Lovely Bones tomorrow, because I just want to check. Because this is my list of how I'm doing. I've ticked some off and I'm proud of that, and I just think I made the note before. I have 12 books left to read and I have 11 days to do it. I've just finished Judge and Jury, which means I now only have 11 books and 11 days. So that would be great. If I can get this finished tomorrow and then get a good headway into The Lovely Bones, because I know tomorrow's quite busy and I'm working, so I won't get much into that, I'll be happy. I really, really will. So I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Hopefully I'll have some good news when And that is it. I did 12 hours yesterday and I did 12 hours today. So that's 24 hours in 48 hours. 24 hours worth of reading in 48 hours. I'm proud of myself. In that time, I managed to complete X, which is a shorter book, but it was still a book off my TBR. I managed to complete Judge and Jury, which I'm so happy with. Did I start this yesterday? Feels like such a long time. If I started this, then I finished this yesterday and today. And then I got to page 150 of my Agatha Christie's The Pale Horse. So I'm proud of myself. I finished 2 books. I got 3/4 of the way through another. Yeah, I didn't start The Lovely Bones. And I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I hope it's been quite interesting and entertaining for you. I've actually enjoyed doing this, and I feel as though it's definitely not as pressured as the actual 24-hour, continual 24 hours that I usually do. So it'll be fun. Hopefully I'll do this again sometime soon. And yeah, if you liked it, let me know. Let me know what the funnest part of this entire vlog was. Let me know if you read any of these books. And that's it from me. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. You don't understand how much it means to me that you actually sit and watch through this. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video.